The Titans are back in the win column after their victory over the Carolina Panthers, and it's finally a victory Monday for the Titans. We got a packed show for you here on Titans Today, as it seems as though Will Levis has earned the praise of not only his coach, but his teammates as well. We also talk about, is Derrick Henry a first ballot Hall of Famer after he reached another career milestone yesterday? Plus, Titans force a firing once again. This team, it has something against head coaches because it's taken a couple of them out in the past couple of years. We need you Titans fans, though, because we're trying to reach 8,000 subscribers here on Titans Today, and we are only 195 away. We need you to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, we're putting out Titans Daily News, Titans Daily Rumors, and the best Titans coverage across all of the internet. So make sure you are subscribed and hit that subscribe button today for daily Titans news and rumors. Happy Victory Monday, Titans fans. It feels so good. We finally get a Victory Monday. And, well, when you're at home, it seems as though the Titans win better there. 17-10, the final score as the Titans take out the Carolina Panthers. But here's the good thing. Not only was the score good, the stats were nice too. Bryce Young was held to under 200 yards. Chuba Hubbard held to under 50. And Jonathan Mingo, the leading receiver, he got up to 60 on just 4 receptions. But on the Titans side, well, Will Levis didn't do anything special, but he also didn't make a mistake. Derrick Henry goes for 76 yards. The Titans get their first win when Derrick Henry carries the ball for less than 20 times, along with a couple of TDs for good old Derrick. DeAndre Hopkins, leading receiver, 3 receptions, 49 yards. Let's talk about Levis and what exactly is going on with him. So let's kind of go through a rundown of how this season has gone for Mr. Will Levis. Obviously, he was drafted in the second pick in the second round, and, well, he made his start on September 29th, recording 4 touchdowns against the Falcons while Ryan Tannehill was out during an ankle injury. Well, since then, he has now been named the starting quarterback and has started 5 games, going 2-3 with that victory against the Falcons in his first game, and now the victory against the Panthers yesterday. He has over 1,000 yards on the season. And I think the biggest thing that we look at with Will Levis is he continues to look more and more comfortable every single game. And honestly, every single day. Even at practice, the clips from him, he just kind of vibes more with the team. He's fitting in well. He's talking more. And it seems as though Ryan Tannehill and him have developed a really good connection to, I'm going to say, mentor the young guys and just be with him. Now, with that being said, I think Malik Willis has become out of the picture. But let's just forget about that. Let's talk about Levis as here. He is being praised by coaches and teammates. I kind of mentioned that at the top of the show. Well, what exactly do you mean praised? Who's saying this? What's going on? Well, they had their press conferences today, and not only did Mike Vrabel speak on it, but Arden Key also spoke on it, a Titans defenseman, saying this: poise, poise, poise. He takes a hit, and will deliver. He's becoming a leader. Will broke us down before the game yesterday. He said he sees a lot of dogs on our team, and to go out and play like one. Levis has been playing great. He is one of those dogs. I got to be quite honest with you. Levis has been absolutely playing from a rookie really, really good. I think there's been some ups and downs in terms of wins, in terms of the way it's just kind of looked overall. But I think if you take a look at overall his stats, they look pretty nice. Over 1,000 yards. The completion percentage isn't exactly where I'd like it to be, but at the same time, with that offensive line, there's a lot of throwaways. There's a lot of time where he's getting hit while he's thrown. I'll take right at 60%. I'll take that. 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and then the rating there on the passer rating, 88.2. That's pretty nice. When he has time to throw, Duke can launch it, and he can do it effective and pretty nice. You've seen the stats. We've talked about Levis. We've seen exactly how he kind of goes about his daily life, his career, everything that he's kind of doing here with the Titans. I want you to rank his first 5 starts as a Titan. If it's really good, I want a 10. If you think, I am not impressed at all, that's a 1. Give me a number in there. What are you ranking Levis's first 5 starts as a Titan? We're going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. Levis's 17-game projected stats. So, we saw this on Twitter, basically saying that if Will Levis were to play in 17 games, now that he's played in 5, this is what it would look like. Over 3,500 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Now, just for reference, Patrick Mahomes has 9 interceptions right now. Jalen Hurts has 9 interceptions right now. The fact that he would only have 7 is pretty dang good. 20 touchdowns isn't the greatest, but it's also not the worst. And when you have a guy like Derrick Henry who can just punch it in when you get to the goal line, 20 is pretty dang good. I like what I've seen from him. This is overall a good thing. And I think it goes back to my main point. Overall, I just like Levis. I know I've been a Levis guy for pretty much the entirety you've seen me here. I don't like Ryan Tannehill. I think we can all agree on that. He just wasn't exactly the fit for this team. And that's not a knock on him, but you got to try and find a way to work this team out. And yesterday, I think that was the most fun I've seen the Titans have all year. They looked fluid. They looked like a team. Now, the second half wasn't exactly what I would have liked, but they got the win. They looked poised, just like Arden Key said. And overall, it was a good team win. Now, speaking of team, Will Levis could not do it alone as Derrick Henry, well, he reached a career milestone, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. But I have to ask the question of, is he a first ballot Hall of Famer? We kind of saw this on Twitter, and I think that's what is really going to bring up this discussion here. But before we do that, I'm going to talk to you about our sponsor today, and that is Game Time. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy your tickets to sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. You shouldn't have to worry about buying tickets to your next big event, and Game Time will give you the peace of mind when buying tickets with their best price guarantee. I use Game Time pretty much every single week at this point. They've got a ton of events. In fact, I used it to grab some Big 12 championship tickets just a couple days to go see my Oklahoma State Cowboys play. I'm excited, and Game Time saved me a ton of money. It was super simple, and honestly, it was the easiest way to find and buy tickets. There's also last-minute ticket deals, flash deals, and zone deals. Every which way, Game Time is obsessed with finding ways to help you save on money. And Game Time also with those zone deals, all you do with that, you pick a section, and then Game Time will pick the seats to get you an average of 18% of savings. Who doesn't like saving 18% of your money? Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code TITANSCHAT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code TITANSCHAT for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets at the lowest price guarantee. All right, what was that career milestone that we keep talking about? Well, Derrick Henry reached 9,000 yards rushing on his career. One of 38 people to ever do so. That right there kind of opens up the discussion. I had it starting a little bit, but before I get into the logistics, before I get into the stats, before I tell you whether he is or is not, is King Henry a first ballot Hall of Famer in your eyes? I think we need to talk about this because there's been some people saying no. I want to see if Titans fans agree. If you think he is, then type Y for yes. If you think he's not, then type N for no. It's an interesting topic, but I'm pretty sure most people will say yes, and I'm going to back it up with some stats. That's my answer is yes, but you get in the comments, let me know if you disagree, and if you do, well, then tell me why you don't think he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. His career statistics are absolutely insane. Almost 2,000 carries, now over 9,000 yards, 84 touchdowns, and 4.7 on the average. When you're averaging 4.7 over your career and you've been in the league as long as he has, that is absolutely incredible. He has longevity. He has strength. He has agility, and he has been playing for now over 100 games in the National Football League. I don't know what to say about this guy that hasn't already been said, but he is an absolute dog, and I don't understand why people are even just talking about being a first ballot Hall of Famer. He may be one of the best running backs of all time. Like, in my mind, there's part of me that thinks that at the end of his career, whether that be in the next couple of years or 5 years down the line, it's going to be Barry Sanders and Derrick Henry. And here is exactly why. He is one of 8 players to have 2,000 yards rushing on a season. He has the most career games with 200-plus rushing yards at 6. He's currently tied with OJ and Adrian Peterson. Those two guys aren't playing anymore. I bet you Derrick breaks that. I bet you he gets a 200-yard game soon enough. And guess what? He's also a 2-time rushing yards and rushing touchdown leader. 2019, 2020, he was by far the best running back in the entire football league. In the entire football spectrum, he was the best. And it's clear to see this guy is not only a first ballot Hall of Famer, he is probably the number 2 running back of all time as it stands. Like, is there a running back in your mind that is better than Derrick Henry? Or at least maybe had a better career? I think Barry Sanders may be the only one that is above him. He is a clear first ballot Hall of Famer, which leads me to my next thing. You have to re-sign Derrick Henry. He is a free agent, and yesterday showed him exactly why the Titans need to make him the number one priority this offseason. Because if you do not have Derrick Henry, this team has a whole different feel. This team has a whole different spectrum. You cannot lose a guy who can continue to slam the ball home at any point in time. Rand Carthen has to make sure that Derrick Henry stays in a Titans uniform. All right, we've kind of talked about today's show. You've seen we've gone through Titans praising Will Levis. We've talked about, is Derrick Henry a first ballot Hall of Famer? Well, the third one, Titans force a firing. What does that mean? Well, for the second time, the Titans, beating the Panthers, forced them to fire their head coach. This coming from Tom Pelleroso saying, today, the Panthers fired Frank Reich per sources. Now, it's kind of funny because saw this on Twitter, and I thought this wasn't the first time. It was not. Carolina Fenton said, OMG, the Titans are so bad, they're becoming the team that gets the coach fired when the coach loses to them. First of all, that's kind of funny. Second of all, this is the second time in 2 years that the Titans have fired a coach. That's the second time the Titans have beaten a team and they've immediately fired their head coach. Titans are the Grim Reaper to head coaches. That's all I'm going to say. Second time in 2 years that you beat a team and they immediately fire their coach? Now, I will say this. Reich was on his way out anyway. The Panthers were going nowhere, and it was obvious to see he probably wasn't going to be done. He's probably going to be done anyway. He's not exactly the guy that was going to stick around. So, was he on his way out anyway? Yes. But at the same time, it's just kind of funny that this is the second time, and then apparently the Titans are now the team that if you lose to, you fire your coach. The Titans' remaining schedule go as followed. They have the Colts this Sunday. Then you get Dolphins on Monday Night Football. Texans, Seahawks at home. Texans in Houston. And the Jaguars to round out the season. There's something I want to point up to. So you see there on the screen, it's more home games than away games. That's pretty good for the Titans. You want to know why? They're 4-1 at home. They're 0-6 on the road. Not good splits there. They are not road warriors whatsoever. Have not a single win on the road. In theory, you've got 4 of your last 6 games at home. You're 4-7 right now. Let's say you can win every single home game. You get 8 wins on this season. That is a 1,000% success for the way this season has started. You somehow find a way to just win every game at home the rest of the way. I am totally fine with that. Now, in that, there is a lot of people, just because like you have the Jaguars at home. That's not going to be easy. The Texans are at home. That's not going to be easy. But at the same time, it'd be pretty nice. All right, well, we mentioned at the top of the show, we're trying to get to 8,000 subscribers. If you've made it to the end of the show and you're thinking about hitting that subscribe button, I encourage you, please do so. We're putting out Titans news, rumors, content every single day of the week, or at least we try to. Plus, we're going to keep you updated on everything Tennessee Titans. We appreciate you. And if you made it to the end of the video, do me a favor. Type Tighten Up in the comment section. Peace out.